I'm Sam. I'm living in Victoria. Actually, recently I'm affected by the bushfire in Gippsland, and I lost my house. And I need a suggestion from an engineer or architect or someone. Please help me to make a new design for a new house for me to build. Thank you.
I'm so sorry about your house, brother, but I like to suggest a new, modern and more quicker construction house. With my friends, they will later explain what are the other ways to build a better house. And I am Mrs. 3D, and my product, one of my product is construction 3D printer. So let me explain what is a 3D printer. What is a construction 3D printer? It's a machine that disposes a material or the material that is cement layer by layer, not like the traditional way that is brick by brick. That is the normal traditional way, but this way is more quicker and more concrete with the
Fine.
Other than that, the characteristic of the machine is that it is programmed and it's not a manual or manual way. It's more to a systematic, and it can be programmed, and you don't have to do anything, and you don't have to do some physical works. You just have to program it, and it will move by itself like a robot, and it's also automatically, so you don't have to move anything, just you have to cut. The other things that is that this machine is the premise of this machine is that it's very light for another crane to lift, and it's not that, but it's heavy for us to lift, but it's not heavy enough. Other than that, the appearance of this machine is that it has multiple color and it has multiple sizes, depend on the model of the house. So if the house is bigger, so the robot has to be bigger. If you are building a big building, you have to use the bigger and more faster, quicker machines. Okay. Other than that, the advantage of this machine that it can other than that, the advantage of this machine is that it can make a construction quicker, as like this in this video. If you can see that it disposes the material by layer, and also it can finish in one day if you have the if you don't have you don't have to use many labors, and it just depends on the machine, so you can make it fast and quicker for many people, and you don't have to and the other advantage are that is low labors, and there's low waste material, and you don't have to use bricks and all that, so it's very eco. The method of the construction 3D printer is very easy. First, you have to make a model in AutoCAD. So the model you must make in the coordinates that it's proper, so that the machine can make the scale in proper. And so after you made the model, you have to take the coordinates from the model and transfer to the machine to in simple After you get the 3D model from the AutoCAD, you must transfer the X, Y, Z coordinates to the machine, and the machine will automatically move itself and make the house itself.
Fine.
So this is the model that our team suggested. So if you see inside, there are many walls but from the 3D printer, we only do the outer outer wall, that is this side, the outer only. And as for the internal wall, that is inside, we are going to use the bricks that will later explained by the Mr. Brick. So my product will just make the frame of the house, that is the outer layer, and it will be fast in maybe in few hours like that. Okay. And I hope Mr. Sam will accept our building.
I am connected to server Mr. Building. I am Suresh from TATA. I am representing group construction of building, and I play part of them to present about my product, which known as building, and I apply a system to the product. So here, before that, I would like to mention about Mr. Sam, who loses his house in Australia because of the tragedy of bushfire. So I'm very upset and pity to him, who loses many hope and strength because of the tragedy. I hope he will recover from that. So that Mr. Stamp have got a suggestion from us to build a modern and quick duration house. So here, the question now is, what is the best method used to build a house in a short period with low budget in an economical construction cost? Well, here the answer for the question is Industrial Building System, or IBS. What is IBS? IBS is modern construction system which plays an important role in this era. IBS is a technological system. We can see it's also a technology system which can manipulated to many construction sites. The IBS system that used in this product is fast build monolithic building system in line of improving its skill to the trade student and also the engineers who work in construction field. There are many phases of the build-up of IBS construction. First of all, phase is making line, which known as references line made in the foundation, and will be a guide during installation. So the installation of line is here, the panel. Before we make the building, the engineers will be, and the workers or the union will be do a reference line over the foundation, so that it will be a reference to the installation of mold, the second phase, which known as second phase, so that it will be more easy to the second phase. Okay, we go to the second phase. Second phase means the mold installation. The mold is the components of the structure which was manufactured in the factory or supervised environment. So that as a traditional way, we need to bring the materials like cement, brick, and metals all to the construction site, and do a layer by layer, first foundation, and then beam, and then wall, like that. For IP system, we no need this one. We just take the fix the place, and then measure the panel and do order the mold to the company which do it, so that the company advisor, they will design the mold and bring it to the construction site, so that the worker will be fix the panel there. So that's the base. The third phase, which known as the structural for the house, is done. The final phase of this object is finishing work. Finishing work include plastering, bleaching, and beautifying, so that the the process of the construction building, where we found the beauty of the building. The main type of this phase is beautify the building structure. And another than that, we can say that the advantage of IBS system. First advantage we can make it is the construction process become quick and easy. Then construction cost can be reduced in terms of number. Then employees and working waste also be reduced. Material used construction quality can be controlled. As the conclusion, I would like to suggest to Mr. Sam that IBS system one of the bestest way and more flexible, more modern to his wishes. So that I hope he will do research of IBS and will be connect his wishes to IBS system. That's all. Thank you.
Here, connected to server Mr. Beam. I am Beam. Okay, good evening. Today I want to share one of the most important product that civil engineering use in construction. That is beam. Beam is a structural element that primarily resists the loads of the buildings. Without beam, the building or houses will collapse. Okay, we can see buildings in this model. This pole use a beam. This pole use beam because it's strange for the concrete, because it's joined with concrete. This can be stronger and get and last long. Okay, I want to share about characteristics of beam. It support the floor slab that has been formed by using concrete, that is formed of ground level, upper level, and basement, and it also support the pole of houses. We can see as this, and also the support the roof to give strength to roof. Made of timber, manufactured wood, steel, concrete, or timber. Okay, most beams are reinforced concrete buildings and rectangular cross section. There's more efficient cross section of a beam is an I or H section. Mostly are seen in steel beam. Okay, let's explain the appearance of the beam. It's mostly we can see steel beam because it support the heavy loads. The steel can support because it's give strength and very stronger. And other one is timber beam. It's mostly used houses roof. Some people they are built with their own wishes because they can be different compared to other houses. And also bridges also they use a beam. We can see Malaysia have the third longest bridge that is Penang. We can see that, and also railway tracks also use beams. Okay, let's see about function of the beams. It's connect the structure together, and also contain elements of the internal and external walls, and that are not monolithic. Monolithic is huge, but it's lighter to the wall because it's called monolithic. And also it's separating the material from the ground, performing waterproof and waterproof protection function. And also resists loads of building and provides a uniform distribution of loads of houses. And also have 5 types of beams. There's a simply supported beam, fixed beam, cantilever beam, continuous beam, and overhanging beam. And methods, okay, methods contractor they uses two methods that are multiplication method and Macaulay method. It's a technique used to analyze structural analyze to determine the deflection of Euclid Bernoulli mathematically term to build buildings. They use by contractor to analyze and construct by using the equation. And we can see the similarities differences. They have two beam and column. Beam are horizontal element subject mainly to bending. Column are vertical elements subject mainly to compression. Okay, do you understand what I say? This long I say. Okay, final conclusion for future engineers who want to future contractor must be safe, must be aware what construct a building or houses. Thank you.
Hello and good evening to Madam and all my friends. Today is I will present to you is interlocking brake. Okay, before I will start my present, is my name is Muhammad Miramin and I will present the interlocking brake. Okay, first I will show you the poster for I will present the poster for interlocking brake, and then I will show you the model for the interlocking brake is the real one. Okay, is the real one. Interlocking brake is most usually in the interlocking brake in the house construction is a beam brake. Okay, first I will tell you about appearance. Okay, appearance is the length for the size. The length for the display is 250 millimeter, and for the width is 125 millimeter, and for the height is 100 millimeter. Okay, and then I will tell you about a characteristic, and then characteristic is this brake is different, using a different material from compared to ordinary brake, because this material for this brake is clay, sand, cement and water, compared to ordinary brake is sand brake. Sand brake is only using cement, water and sand. And then this brake is using the latest technology for this era, because our era is our technology more come faster, and then we also using this brake in the construction based on the technology, our technology. And then this brake is like a Lego. A Lego is we take another block and we put it on the another block, and I will demo to you the block, and we take the block and we put it above this block. And then also this block is anti-fungus. Because why I say this is anti-fungus, because the brake don't have a space in the display, because this brake already compact. Okay, and then I will tell you about function. Function is this brake is like ordinary brake, but is using the latest technology, and it's most usually this brake most usually in the house construction. And then another function for the display, if you already finish the construction for the wall, you don't need to paint the wall, because we will look the wall is look like the vintage this you will look it You look it like a vintage. Okay. And then I will tell you how to we make this brick. This brick first we collect the clay, cement, water and sand. And then we take it all the material and put the mixer for the mix all together. And then after that process, we will take the mix material and we'll put it into the hydraulic compression machine. After the brick produced from the machine, we will sandbath for the 2 week. After 2 week, this brick ready to sell. And then I will tell you about a different compared to ordinary brick and interlocking brick. Okay, for in ordinary brick, I will take the clay brick. Most usually using in the construction. And then but the clay brick, I will tell you about range. Okay, first, clay brick is a weaker than this brick. This brick is a more stronger than the clay brick. Okay, and then I will tell you about price. Price for this brick is 2 ringgit for this brick. Okay, and then clay brick is 1 brick is 70 cent. You will ask why is this brick is more expensive than the clay brick, but you will need to, if you build the house construction, this brick already to be the brick has a size of the brick. And after why, and if you want to build the house, if you have a big size brick, the average for the brick for the will build the house is less. You don't need to so many brick to build the house compared to ordinary brick. Well, ordinary brick is so cheaper, but want to build the house, we need more sorry, may I forget. We need more brick, ordinary brick to build a house. Okay, and then I will tell you a type of brick, interlocking brick. Okay, I tell you wall brick, full brick, half brick, beam brick, seal brick, and corner seal brick. Okay, you will see. But all the type of the interlocking brick according to client demands, client demand design. Okay, that's all I will tell you about the story interlocking brick. Okay, bye.
My name is Nur Aida Shazana. Today I would like to present on topic of pipelines. What is pipeline? Pipeline transport is the long distance of transportation of liquid or gas through system of pipes, usually underground, that transport distribute and fluids. Moreover, the appearance of pipeline are hollow, circular shape, and long. So next, the function of pipeline divided by 3. First, distribution pipeline, gathering pipeline, and transportation pipeline. The pipeline are useful for transporting water of drinking and or irrigation over long distance. The characteristic of pipeline is an unique mode of transportation, and the second is they can move large quantities of certain types of commodities, mainly foods, and the third is the operations are environmentally friendly.
Good morning to Madam Selumara and my fellow audience. Okay, my name is Kuladevan, son of Kulasekaran from DKA 3A, and my presentation today is about percussion drilling. As we all know, our client who is in Australia actually requested on us to build a new house, a modern house for him. So I'm going to tell what is the percussion drilling will affect on the building system. Okay, I will start with the definition. Percussion drilling is one of the most commonly used and the best powered method for drilling different types of soil. Okay, with this type of drilling, an organization or a company, okay, can dig a borehole up to 250 meters in depth. Okay, the holes that are made by the percussion drilling face less combinations as they are smaller in size, thus easier for us to seal the surface and prevent backflow of water. Percussion drilling is used to make a borehole deeper by raising and lowering the drill bit continuously, no matter what type of soil and rock present. Percussion drilling is one of the conventional methods that can be used to drill a deeper and narrower hole. Okay, the reason why we need a narrower hole is it will be easier for us to cover it up once the project is done. So once you make a borehole to take the soil samples or take the measurement of our thing, it will be easier for us to close it back.
Go.
Okay, let's continue. Now I'm going to present. Okay, next I would like to explain about the method of using a percussion drill. Okay, in this process, in a percussion drilling, a heavy bit it will be repeatedly lifted and dropped progressively, boring through the earth. Okay, the chisel face can be repeatedly raised and dropped. This method has been used for many decades, but my product is about the newest version or more latest version or high-tech version of the percussion drilling method. Now I would like to explain about the appearance and the characteristics of percussion drill. Okay, percussion drill consists of many parts. So I would like to break it down for you so that it will be easier for you to understand how actually the process works. Okay, we start with the power unit. The power unit is the source of energy, which then generates electricity, which will rotate the spudders. The spudders will be attached near the power unit and will be rotated the chain. Once the chain is being rotated, it will also be linked to the sheaver, and the sheave will also allow the drill bit to raise up and down. And this is the basic process of how the percussion drill works. There are also a few other parts which are involved. Let me explain to you now. Okay, first there will be a mast. A mast is like a rod which will be used to support the percussion drilling. Besides that, there will be there's also a part known as a baler. A baler is actually used when a surface is actually hard and which will allow the penetration of the drill bit to become more harder. When this happens, an engineer will actually use a baler. A baler is something which pushes water flow through the drill bit, which will allow the drilling method to be more sufficient and easier. Besides that, the last item about percussion drilling method is the casing. While drilling for deep depths, engineers tend to use casing. Casing will prevent from the soil from dropping once the drill bit goes or exceeds approximately from 50 to 70 meters. The soil will tend to fall. While when we use a casing, it will eventually prevent the soil from falling and covering the drilling bit. It will eventually take a long time for the engineer to dig it up and restart the process.
Go.
Okay. Besides percussion drilling, there are also other types of drilling method. For example, auger boring, or rotated drilling, and also wash boring. So these drilling methods are efficient, but I will tell you why percussion drilling is the best. And next, I would like to tell about the advantages of the percussion drilling. Okay, it's unlike other method. Okay, percussion drilling can remove boulder and break harder stones. So this will allow the engineer's work to be easier than using the other types of boring or drilling method. Okay, the other point is the advantage is it can drill up to more than 250 meters. No other drilling method can be used to drill up to 250 meters except the percussion driller. Okay, the conclusion. The reason behind why I chose percussion drilling is that's the most easiest and efficient method that an engineer or a contractor can use to end his project or finish his project within the time given. And this is why I chose percussion drilling. That's it from me today. Thank you.
I'm here. I'm connected with Miss Timber. Okay, today I would like to share my product. One of my product, which is timber. Timber is mainly playing a main role in construction site used by civil engineers. Okay, let's see what is timber. Timber is referred as a wood that used in building and making furniture. It is also referred as a tree or ground of this purpose as timber. It is considered timber is a material that a large scale entire the world. It is also it is used in building both large and small. Hence, consider construction of timber of building of 6 or more stories. Okay. Timber is a system that are considered one of the best option when it's come garden fencing. Okay, when it's come to house, timber is playing a main role in many ways. First is a roofing. Here we can see some of picture in the roofing. You can use a timber. Okay, and wall panels, farming, furniture, framing furniture, windows and doors, flooring, and also ceiling. Okay, let's see the characteristics of the timber. First is workability. Timber is with which it can cut into the required shape. It is also easily workable. It should not damage or block the teeth of the saw during cutting. While strength, a timber as heavy as much its look. A good best quality of timber is heavy in weight. It is also a light weight of timber is less in strength and also unsound. While color, timber usually estimate by looking its color. A light color of timber less in strength, while dark color of timber high in strength. Hence, dark color of timber is preferable for engineering works. Let's see smell. A good timber usually smell very sweet. Bad or unpleasant smell indicates decayed timber. Let's see appearance of the timber. How a timber is look. Timber is shiny when it's freshly sawed, and it's also the appearance of the timber depend upon the arrangement of a cell in its structure. If they are arranged in a uniform manner, the uniform appearance of a timber will obtain after cutting. So we can find some fungal defects on a timber like blue stain and sap stain, which damage the appearance of the timber. Blue stain is some kind of fungi that make a timber blush, and sap stain is some kind of funny attack on a timber make a timber discolor. There are two main types in a timber, hardwood and softwood. Hardwood comes from angiosperm, which we call flowering plant. We can use in construction of walls. Softwood comes from gymnosperm. Comes from trees. It's come from trees. We can use in door, furniture, and also extra. There are 3 differences between hardwood and softwood, while weight, color, and also cost. While hardwood is a heavyweight, harder than softwood, and softwood is lightweight, softer than hardwood. Like in a color, hardwood is dark in color, while softwood is light in color. Mostly in a cost, hardwood is the most expensive compared to softwood. Let's see the function of timber. Here I come 3 function of timber, which is a framework, decor, and outdoor features. Well, framework in certain part of the world, house built entire built with woodens because it's suitable for climate conditions. Okay, house builders can supposed to choose by wooden frames. Roof truss roofers can be made by wooden, and also timber shuttering can be used in concrete work. Okay, let's see advantage. There are 3 advantages. They are easy to work, quick build time, and also durable and easy to manage. Finally, I would like to tell this: timber is is a quality of good quality in when I build a house. So, thank you. Time.
Evelyn?
like to talk about my product, and my name is Miss Rebound Hammer. Firstly, Rebound Hammer was invented by the engineer Erich Schmidt, a Swiss engineer. The characteristic about Rebound Hammer is simplest, quickest, and strength. Why I said the Rebound Hammer is quickest and simplest? Wait until I tell you about the Rebound Hammer handling method. Secondly, appearance of Rebound Hammer. The Rebound Hammer have many colors like silver, green, and black. The shape is cylinder, and at the end have a stick. Next, we go through to the function. You use the Rebound Hammer to determine the compressive strength of the concrete. Besides that, it is used to uniformity of the concrete. Before I forget, the Rebound Hammer also used to assess the quality of the concrete based on the specific specification. I would like to show you how to use the Rebound Hammer. First, let's take a look. You must clean the surface, and you just tap on the button above, and you get the reading. This is very simple. Everybody know how to use it. Next, this type of Rebound Hammer have two: digital Rebound Hammer and concrete Rebound Hammer. Last but not least, I want to talk to you about advantage and disadvantage. The advantage of Rebound Hammer is it is easy to use and it is very cheap. The price is 600 to 700. It is affordable to engineer. Next, disadvantage is the flaws cannot be detected with accuracy. It is required to calibrate every year. It is not directly related to the strength. It must to calculate when you get the reading. Thank you. That's it. We connect to Mr. Drill.